Hey everyone, and welcome back to the channel. In this video, we're going to show you how to use GreenShift's advanced heading block in WordPress. Okay, so this is a mini-series on exploring GreenShift's blocks. So in order to access the blocks and use them, we're going to start with a blank slate. There's a few ways we can do this. The first and default one is to enter your dashboard once you log in, and then go to your Pages tab over here on the left-hand sidebar and click Add New Page. Alternatively, if you're on your website, you'll have this heading over here, and you can click on New, and you can scroll down a bit and you click on New Page. And that takes us to the page builder, or block builder in WordPress. Okay, it'll take us to this page, which is the block editor. And you can see we have a blank slate. So our page still doesn't have a title. Let's name it Advanced Heading Test. Okay, so that's this page. And how do we go about adding a GreenShift block to our page? So like every other block in WordPress, we can go ahead and click on the plus icon here to toggle the block inserter. We can either search for it here or scroll down and you will see GreenShift elements. And if we look over here, we have heading advanced. Now, all you have to do is drag and drop that. Okay. Or let's say we already have this. Sometimes you might see this plus icon here and you can click on add block and we can either click it from here if it's recent. We can browse from all, or we can search heading advanced, right? Okay, so now we've confirmed that this is a GreenShift block. You can see because it has, well, first and foremost, this icon, which is the heading advanced one. And it also says, the default text also says GreenShift here. So let's say this is a page heading, okay? And that's just me typing it in. And let's explore our options here. Now, we have for every single heading block, well, not every single one, but most of them, they can use the default WordPress options here. So we have, we can make it wide width, full width for the whole container here. We can change the heading size. So this is, we can make it heading 1, heading 2, 3, and this is set in another portion of WordPress. We can align text in the center here. We can also select a style. And so copy-paste styles. We can change the spacing up manually or automatically. We can change the general design options from here. And we can also make, we can add dynamic text here, but we'll have to enable this add-on, which is a paid one. Okay, and then there are standard copy, delete, and lock options here. So the real kicker here is if we click on this panel here that says settings, it gives us a right side panel if it hasn't appeared yet. We can also click on our GreenShift settings to edit what our global settings are. So as you've seen a while ago, we have heading 1 through 5, and then body text. We can change what each one of these are. So let's say heading 3 here is set up as blue. Let's set it up as dark green. Okay, and let's go ahead and save that. And now, okay, we can exit this. Now, if we change this to heading 3, it'll be green, right? Oh, okay. Now, we can also change the global colors and the variables for how big and small they are. But this is for GreenShift in general. So if we wanted to mess with the settings of just this block in particular, we'll go ahead and click on the settings button over here to enable this right-hand side bar and click on block. Because if we click on page, it's just for the whole page. Okay. Now we can scroll down, and you've seen we've changed it to heading 3. And again, just scroll through them, right? We can also enable an animated heading here. So we can do this this is a page heading. All right, and then we can copy paste this and then hit enter. Oh, actually, and then there you go. Or we can change it up to this, and I think we can also, all right. And then we can also disable loop, so it only happens once, right? We can also change the duration here and the pause and stuff, okay? We can also enable dynamic text. It's going to change, let's say your account is under your name or username. We can change it to this to personalize it, but again, that is a paid feature, paid add-on. Now, we can also go ahead and change our animated text here. So our text color is going to be this, and then we can make it like that. So when we hover over it, right? And then so on and so forth. We can also change the font size, the font weight, font decoration, okay? We can also underline it just like that. And we also change the font according to what we've set up here, okay? And you can see it reminds us you can upload fonts and green shift settings if you want your own custom fonts. Okay, so let's close up animated text typography. Or wait, okay, there. It's probably just lagging for us. Now for typography, we can change our text color to be completely separate from heading 3. As you know, heading 3 is green. Oops. Heading 3 is green. And let's go ahead and close this up. And you can also change the font size, font weight, and the text decoration. Right? If we wanted that. Oops. Here we are. We can add an underline to our static text or our text in general. As you can see, make it all lowercase. And then we can also change up letter spacing, text decoration, text wrap. It really depends on what you need. And then we can add a border to our text here, right? Right? That makes it stand out a bit. We can also add a shadow to our text. And again, change to a custom font. Next, we have our background. We can enable an image mask if we put a background image. So let's go ahead and select one from our media library. Let's just go ahead and choose something with some color, maybe this. And you can see it masks with this. And you can see the colors change up a bit. Okay. Or we can just go ahead and change it to a background color. Okay. And we can remove this. Oh, am I resetting the background? We can change the background color to, let's say, light purple. Okay, just so it contrasts. And or we can change it to a gradient if you wanted, but we can also change the hover color to something like this. Okay, and then we have filters to change the hover color. We can invert it if we wanted to, if we had an ordinary background image. With that done, let's go ahead and take a look at spacing. Now for margin, we can select whether we're on desktop, tablet, or mobile for all of these settings. And as an example, let's put 15 pixels here, 15 pixels here, and 15 pixels here, and you can see it move. The spacing over here is a lot more, so let's make it 25 just to make it a bit more clear. Alternatively, or additionally, I should say, we can also add padding for, let's say, 30, and you can see it makes it a bit bigger. Actually, maybe let's put that at 35 pixels, okay? And we can also enable inline width. Okay, and let's move on to border. Now, border, we can add a full border on all, okay? But first, let's go ahead and add some color to that. Make it a bit thicker. Let's say, oh, that's a bit too thick. Let's put it to 8 pixels. Oops, 8 pixels. And we can also change where the border lies, okay? So if we have border left, border bottom, border right, okay? We can do the same thing. Let's put this at 8 pixels. Let's add some color. Or alternatively, we can also have a bottom border with our right border. And let's make this like blue-violet, I guess. And you can see we can individually set those up. And then for hover, we can also have those. And let's put it to all, actually. 10. And then let's make it white. And then let's make it dotted. So when we hover, it changes it up. Okay. Now let's close that and move over to the next one, which is shadow. We can add a shadow, which you can kind of see, hopefully. And it changes a bit. And we can also change the color and the positioning. So let's give it some matte underglow. Let's make it red. And it's kind of low-key seen over there. And you can add more and change the hover color. And then next is size. We'll probably just set this to automatic, or we can set it to a custom value, but leaving it automatic usually works. But in case you have to change it, you can set it up manually here. And then extra heading element, if we want to add another line or another, you see this over here, we can make it thicker or thinner. And this space is blank here because we added some padding, and then we can increase this, right? And we can put it after or on both sides. And we can change the spacing on the left to 50 pixels. No, maybe 150 pixels. Nope. 250. Okay, that puts it right in the middle. And you also change the margin for, this is before over here, and then after is this one. Okay, I'm pretty content with that. Let's move over to block spacing, and then we can also change the margin and paddings for this one, as you can see. And then for subtitle, we can add a subtitle over here. We can have it outside the heading tag, which is over here, or within. And we change the text by, this is a subtitle. And then just the same as the heading, we can change up the font decoration and size. Okay, so those are the main settings here. We can click on advanced, and we can add an animation to it. So we can do this besides the automatic animated text that we have a while ago. And there's a bit more advanced options, but you'll have to pay for that. Okay. And then we have CSS transform and transitions. We can add interaction layers. So if we scroll down, then it does something, or we can enable or disable it. We can right, so if I moved my mouse, it should trigger, or something like that. And there's a bunch of other options that we can add here. So I'll just reset this because it's a bit advanced for the scope of this video. All right. Okay. And then for position, we can move it to the side or to the middle or what. I'll reset the preset. We can also change the position depending on our device, again, just to make it more responsive. And we can also make an anchor, just like most other blocks. And then this is a page. Okay, and then this is just additional CSS. So this is our advanced heading in GreenShift. Let's go ahead and click on Publish. All right, and let's go ahead and view it. Once we're done saving, let's go ahead and click on View Page, and it should take us to the page. Okay, now you can see that when we hover over here, when we hover over the text, it changes. And let's reload the site. You can see the animation plays and everything works. If we went back over here, if we were to go back over here to the general options, the animated typography, over here, we can, disable this, and then we'll get this back. Okay, and then we can save this, and then return, and then reload this, and you can see that the animation plays again. So this is advanced heading in GreenShift. It was a bit of a long video because there were a lot of options, which is actually pretty good for us. If you found this video helpful, please leave a like, comment, and subscribe to the channel, as it really helps us out with the YouTube algorithm. Show this kind of video to other nerds like us. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you on the next one.